Guys, so today I wanted to sit down and play with a new eyeshadow palette, and this one is from a brand called BPerfect Cosmetics. It's called the CARNIVAL palette, and it's actually a collaboration with Stacey MUA from Instagram. If you guys don't know who she is, you need to check out her account. Her makeup skills are literally insane. So she's based in the UK, I believe, and she does like really beautiful, incredibly dramatic, bold, out there eye makeup, and she is seriously one of my biggest inspirations when it comes to like playing with color and playing with new ideas and stuff. So when I saw that she came out with this palette collaboration, even though I had no clue who BPerfect Cosmetics was, I knew I had to have the palette. So when you open it up, you obviously have a massive selection of like really bright, bold eyeshadows. They aren't all matte, there are some shimmers, and you also have two highlighting shades along the side here. So I'm super excited to give this a go. I want to try and recreate this blue smoky eye look that she did on her stories. So I'm going to try and give that a go today. Hopefully I can achieve it successfully, we shall see. But she does some really different techniques to how I do my eye makeup, so today I kind of wanted to embrace her style of how she does eyeshadows. So without further ado, let's just get stuck into it. I'm going to go in with my Urban Decay eyeshadow primer, and then I'll be taking my precision tapered P86 brush just to blend it out. So I always use that Urban Decay primer, and then I go in and set it just with any powder, usually the same powder I use under my eyes. And today I'm using the KK Beauty Brightening Powder in shade 1 and my tapered F35 brush, and I'm just going to go over the top of that primer. Also, please ignore if you notice my eyes are really red. I do suffer with a genetic eye disease. They are always red to a certain extent. Today they're a little bit redder than usual, but we're just going to persevere because I want to play with makeup. Okay, so I have a stack of clean E25 blending brushes from Sigma. As you guys know, I am a Sigma affiliate, so you can use my discount code Hannah at checkout anytime and it'll take 10% off your orders. But I have a bunch of these clean brushes because I'm probably just going to stick to using this size brush today. I found watching a lot of their tutorials that they tend to use a smaller fluffy brush than like the really big fluffy brushes for more like precision blending. So that's what I'm going to try do. So I'm going to start off by going in with the shade Sky, which is this blue here. And I'm just going to try and really heavily pack the shade on my eye. Actually, before I go in with any shadows, I'm just going to pick up some of my Huda Beauty baking powder and just deposit it under my eyes in case I get any fallout. I haven't put any highlight on either as well for that reason. So we're just going to leave that there throughout the duration of doing our eye makeup, just so if there's any fallout at all, we can catch it. And then we can dust it away with a large fluffy brush. So I'm just like patting it right in my crease to start with. I'm just going to blend that out a little bit now. And I am bringing that colour all the way into the inner corner as well. That's such a pigmented blue. Okay, so now I'm going to take a clean E25 brush. I'm going to dip into the shade Mint, which is this colour. Am I pointing at it? No, this colour right here. And I'm going to blend that across the transition, like up along here. And now I'm just going to go back in with that brush that has the blue shade on it, and I'm just blending throughout the crease as well. The blue is so pretty, oh my gosh. I'm just taking a bit of that mint shade and just kind of like blending out the edge of the eye look as well and sort of dragging it out a little bit more. And it's just sort of like a process of going back and forth into the blue and just sort of building up the intensity of the crease however dark you want it. Okay, so now taking the shade Mood, which is like a dark navy blue, I would describe it as, this one here. I'm just going to start depositing that on my outer corner as well, and I'm going to take another clean brush to apply it. And I'm just sort of like, got spit strings, yuck. I'm just in like really small, oh, yuck. And then in really small circular motions, I'm just sort of like bringing it through my crease just to really deepen up Oh, that's so pretty. As you can see too, I'm leaving my lid space blank because I'm going to cut my crease as per usual because I like love cut creases so much. They make my eyes look a million times better if I don't, bigger. If I don't cut my crease, my eyes look so much smaller. So that's why I personally like doing it. And I do have a blue glitter liner too, so I think I'm gonna do like a glitter crease as well. I'll just see how this all starts coming together anyway. So I'm just going to go on another clean E25 brush and pick up the shade Keen, which is this bright yellow color here. And I'm just going to place that all on like my inner portion of my eye. So I'm just going to be using my Shape Tape from Tarte. Now, Stacey did say in her live that I watched when she was doing this eye look that you really don't need to cut your crease with concealer because apparently the shadows are that pigmented on their own. But I'm personally going to, just so I can create like a really nice defined line, and I'm going to go back in with like a more of a precision brush and sort of build up the depth of it just so I can like make it look really bold, if that makes sense. I don't know, you guys will get what I mean when I do it, but let's just do it. Let's stop talking, I'll do it. And I'm also using an E15 brush for this. And now I'm just taking my F70 brush as well, just to really get in there. So next up I'm going to take my E56 shader brush, and I'm going to take this shimmery shade called Breezy, which is that one right there. Am I pointing to it? Yep, that one right there. And I'm going to pack it all over where I've just put that concealer. She's nice and pigmented. So I'm just kind of leaving the inner corner very slightly blank because I'm going to use the shade Moony right on my very inner corner. So I'm going to be taking this shade Moony here, which is also a foiled shade. I'm going to pop that all on my inner corner, and I'm using an E58 cream color brush. So now I'm just taking a smudge E21 brush, and I'm just going to pick back up that navy blue Mood shade, and I'm just going to kind of like lightly run it along my crease line, and it's just going to really redefine that crease area. And then just taking my E25 with the same shade, I'm just going to pick it up and just blend it on my outer V and blend those two shades together a little bit more. Well, I'm telling you, I'm very impressed with this right now. That is for sure. I'm just like, should I do a glitter cut crease? Do I go all out? Because I do have a blue glitter from Too Faced. This one. Oh, I think I have to. It's kind of like the perfect color. So this is I'm Half Mermaid. How appropriate. And I'm just going to run that along where the transition line is, like where you've got that cut crease. I just wish my eyes weren't so red. And I'm just going to use my favorite, which is the Quick Flick, the grand size, which is the 12mm one. It's the biggest one. Okay, so I've just cleaned up my wings a little bit because I made a little boo-boo, and now I'm going to dust away that powder. For my under eyes, I'm just going to be taking that shade Mood on my E21 smudge brush and just really tightly placing it along my lower lash line. Okay guys, so I've got my Samantha lashes on from Huda Beauty. I've only very lightly glued them because I have lash extensions at the moment and I'm not planning on actually going anywhere after I finish filming, so they're only on very lightly, so hopefully you can't see them lifting. But I've also just put on a liquid lipstick as well, and that's the shade Bikini Babe, also from Huda Beauty. This is like my favorite nude liquid lipstick shade. So now I'm just going to pop a strobe on as well because I enjoy glossy lips. So I'm going to use the Strobe Posh, which is like a gold finish strobe. Oh, I'm dropping shit everywhere. Oh, filming just like creates such a mess. You guys have no idea. I have stuff everywhere. Okay, so now we need highlight. I realize I haven't highlighted my brow bone and I also haven't highlighted my cheekbones. So for my brow bone, I'm going to use the same shade that's on my inner corner. Just making sure my brows are nice and neat. Oh yes. Now I seriously don't waste any space on my lids anymore. My eyeshadows go right up into my brows. And that's the way you give the illusion that you've got big eyes when you don't. Okay, so now I'm going to highlight my cheekbones. So I'm just taking my F03 highlighter brush and I'm going to use the lighter of the two highlight shades. I'm going to pick up Saint and I'm just going to pop it all over my cheekbones. The highlight isn't as blinding as I would like it to be. I don't know whether I need to scratch the surface down a little bit. Look, I'm just going to take my Anastasia and Amrezy highlight because I can see the glow, but I want something a little bit more intense, and this is like more of a gold. That's better. So guys, I've just finished my makeup and I'm sitting here and I'm looking at these shadows and I am dying over them. I seriously can't fault them at all. They're incredibly pigmented. The matte shades have very little to no fallout at all. They're super pigmented but also blend really beautifully, are very buildable. The actual foiled shadow that's on my lid is just an amazing finish. It's super pigmented, goes on easy with a brush. I just can't fault this palette. Like, it's seriously incredible. And although it is a super colorful palette, you guys will see there is a lot of neutral options as well. So it's a really versatile palette, something you can do like very simple glam with, right up to super bold, dramatic, bright colors. I personally used to be a color phobe. Like, I would have never used bright colored shadows 12 months ago. I would have never created anything like this. I very much limited myself because I felt like color didn't suit me, and I also felt like I wasn't good enough at makeup to even attempt these sort of looks. So if there's anything you guys take away from today's video, I just want to say, like, practice makes perfect. If you guys like the look of something, even if you don't think it's going to suit you, just try it because you never know. These shadows are just so beautiful, and I feel like this palette is going to be amazing from anyone from beginners who are wanting to get their first super colorful palette right up to like advanced makeup artists who use these products on their clients, or like social media people, or just like at-home gurus. By the time I got this to Australia, it cost in total 88 Australian dollars with the shipping, which is a very expensive palette. Huda Beauty's palettes, I believe, the full-size ones are $90 in Australia, so it's up there Huda Beauty price-wise. But I actually think I might like these shadows a bit more than I like Huda Beauty's shadows. And you guys know that's a bold statement from me because her Obsessions palettes are like literally my #1 thing. And I think this could very well take the place of those palettes. So I'm going to keep playing with it and creating different looks for you guys. There's just, I look at this and I can just see so many different things I can create. So I'm really excited to play with them all. And as I get to play with a few more of the shades, I'll keep you posted about how I feel about this palette. But I really think this is going to be something I reach for all the time now, and I think it's going to be one of my favorite palettes in my collection, so I'm so excited. So I hope you guys enjoyed the tutorial. Yet again, I'm so sorry my eyes are super red. I have a genetic eye disease, so there's nothing much I can do about it. If I could put clear eyes in them, I would, but if I did that, it would be like putting acid in my eyes, so I'm not going to do that. We're just going to push through the redness. It's got nothing to do with the makeup on my face. It's just I have a genetic eye disease. So yeah, anyway, I hope it didn't bother you guys too much. I hope you guys love the tutorial. Let me know what colors you want to see next. I also have the Anastasia Norvina purple palette that I'm going to be using next and doing a tutorial on, so stay tuned for that. And don't forget that if you love the makeup look, give me a thumbs up so I know. Leave me some comments below on your thoughts. And of course, if you're a new face, thanks so much for watching my video, especially to the very end, and definitely subscribe before you leave. And I'll be talking to you guys all really soon. Thanks so much for watching. Bye.